problems in speaking English?
You want to have a better pronunciation?
Do you want to speak English like a native speaker?
Let's join with us in Radio Online this month, created by the English Club of Banking Academy. This month's topic is Keys to Better Pronunciation. Hey you guys, it's me Quan again, and today I'm going to bring you a brand new voice. Let's guess who she is.
Hi, my name is Jem. I'm so glad to be a part of this episode. And this is the first time I'm on air, so I feel a little bit nervous now. However, I try my best to fill you up with excitement in speaking English, and I hope you like it.
You're about to listen to two parts in today's show. First, we're going to give you some fundamental knowledge of pronunciation. It's what you need to prepare to have a great pronunciation, some theoretical thing. And then we'll recommend you some approaches to be an excellent English speaker.
Hey Gwen, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Which part of learning English do you find the most challenging?
Actually, sometimes I still have troubles when speaking English. For instance, I often confuse when pronouncing some ending sounds or the difference between the vowel with this vowel you know.
Well, you know what? You're not alone. What I find is almost all English learners may find speaking the hardest part when they study this language. The current curriculum, in the class, especially non-major class, we just focus on grammar with reading and writing skills and neglect the other equally important skill. They are listening and speaking.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Many English learners has been learning for nearly 10 years, but they still cannot communicate well with foreigners. And I think we cannot afford to go on this way anymore. And with the aim of helping you to improve your speaking skills, we decided to give you some strategies and useful tips to have a better pronunciation.
Okay, so before we get started, I want to ask you all to keep this in your mind. That little drawback of your articulator organs has nothing to do with the fact that you can speak English well. For example, if your teeth are a little bit outward, don't worry, because you still can pronounce a word correctly. Remember that, okay? Now let's begin. First up, you have to get used to and learn by heart the IPA, or the International Phonetic Alphabet. Applying the knowledge of the IPA can help you to learn how words are pronounced. Pay attention to the following sounds, which are sometimes difficult for the Vietnamese learners. There are going to be 3 pairs of consonants that we usually mispronounce. The first pair is th and th.
Like in thing and brother, right?
Yeah, exactly. My friend usually pronounce the word think as think or something like thing. Oh no. Think. Yeah, they pronounce it think or tink. It's completely wrong.
Okay, the next 2 consonants are s and sh. For example, if you have a guest and you welcome them by saying, "Please take a seat." But if you mispronounce it, instead of saying, "Please take a seat," you said, "Please take a shit," and that's gonna be a problem then.
And the last 2 confused consonants are j in measure or vision, and j in just or gentle. The former is more likely to be found in the medial position, while the other is more likely to be found in the both position.
Hey Jim, I'm also confused between American accent and British accent because sometimes with the same word they pronounce it differently, right?
Yeah, that's right. Let me give you an example. This word the American gonna say car, while the British people would say car. Like in the sentence, I bought a car. That's what the British people would say, and the other people, they will say I bought a car.
Okay, learn basic phonetic rules, especially 3 ways of connected speech. They are elision, assimilation, and linking. All of them are more likely found in rapid speech rather than slow speech. First of all, we have elision when we delete one phoneme in our utterance. For example, we are more likely to say potato than potato.
Oh, really? So what about assimilation?
Well, assimilation is a case where we find a phoneme realized differently as a result of being near some others. For instance, instead of saying interview, we say interview.
Well, the last rule is about linking. It seems to be the most challenging rule. It happens when a speaker links the last consonant of a word to the vowel that begins the next one. Like when you say this, when you question, what is it? If you speak slowly, you're gonna say, what is it? But when you speak fast in casual speech, you say, what is it? What's it? However, some complain that they're still dissatisfied with their speaking, although they pronounce each word correctly. According to linguists, what they like are word stress and intonation. Word stress and intonation are your magic key to understand and being understood in spoken English. Native speakers of English use them naturally and subconsciously. Now there's so many rules for word stress and intonation either that we cannot show out in this episode, and we'll include them all in the radio program of June.
Here's the second section, way to success. After all that theoretical thing, what you need to do is to practice speaking every day, because an old saying goes like this: practice makes perfect. First tip is to listen to a model, a teacher, or someone you trust can model new words for you. Pay attention to the ways people say words. Record a TV interview program or radio program and use it as a model.
Use a reliable dictionary like Oxford's or Cambridge's to practice learning and saying new words until they sound natural to you. I bet most of us usually make up the pronunciation of a word when we meet it at the first time and hardly open the dictionary to check for its transcription. That's very dangerous, because if you make it wrong, maybe you never know the right way to pronounce that word for the rest of your life, and never get it whenever foreigners speak out that term. So remember, from now on, if you happen to face a new word, look for its pronunciation in the dictionary, or even if the word is familiar to you, check it anyway, because you might not know its actual transcription will look like.
Use songs and karaoke to improve your pronunciation, and this is my favorite. Okay, choose one of your favorite cities and sing along with the melody. Accents are easily not heard when singing a foreign language. You can use the song sheets in the ELC room if you like.
Listen and speak English as often as you can. The more exposure you have to the language, the better your pronunciation will become.
You have just listened to the radio online with the topic Keys to Better Pronunciation, created by the English Club of Bangkok Academy. For more information, please visit our website www.inclubva.org. Thank you for listening.